Today we're looking at this gas detector. As you can see, it is about the same size as a small smoke detector. Here's a $20 bill for size comparison. It is a square. So on this side, it's the same dimension as well. Thickness-wise, I would say it's about the same size as a regular smoke detector. On the front, there's just one button, test. If you press on it, it will light up and there's a beep sound. All the lights come on. There's power, trouble, and natural gas, LED. If natural gas is detected, then the LED will come up as well as the announcement, letting you know that gas is detected. By default, the units ship with the battery unplugged. When you receive it, plug the wire in. It can only go in one way. So if you try to insert in a different orientation, it will not work. The manual says battery life is good for 10 years. There's two arrows here for you to press on it, then slide it away to access the battery compartment. The kit includes a small screw and anchor, so you can hang it up like so, like a picture frame. I don't know if you can see it right there with the tiny hole. You can always strap it to the pipe. See how there's two lines going across here? You can feed the zip tie in like that. Two zip ties, and now you can wrap it around a pipe. Now it's time to make this sensor smart. It makes perfect sense to alert your phone while you are on vacation so you don't come back to an exploded house. The process is exactly the same as seen in this previous video by using an optocoupler. Let's open this unit up. There are just 3 screws, 1, 2, and 3. The 3 screws are very special. They are security screws with hexagonal shape. Since I don't have these type of screwdriver, I'm just going to use a small flathead screwdriver. This is thin enough to fit into the groove. And then turn counterclockwise to loosen all 3 screws out. We got the 3 screws out already, but it is still hard to pop it open to pry it open. That's why I'm using a bigger flathead screwdriver to go into the sides and then twist it to crack open. As you can see, these clips hold the cover. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is the speaker. To make the sensor smart, we're going to splice in the 2 speaker wires, or we can just solder in these 2 terminals right here into the optocoupler. By the way, if this video is helpful, please consider subscribing and liking the video. This lets YouTube know my video is indeed helpful and will recommend to others like yourself. There is plenty of space right here in this area for the optocoupler to sit. And then we'll take the wire out, most likely somewhere here, take it out and into the door alarm to make it smart. In the previous video, we used the Aquara door sensor. This time, we're going to use this Zeus door sensor with the Z-Wave protocol. It works just as well. On the bottom side, there is a crack. Just open up the crack using the included tool. This is the provided tool that we can use to crack it open. There was a battery protector, so just yank it out. When I yanked the protector out, the battery fell out too. Not a big deal, just put the battery back in. On this perfectly flat side is the positive. On the other side, it's a little bit rugged, and that is the negative. You want to insert the positive to be on top. Get your hub into pairing mode. I'm using Home Assistant, but you can use whatever hub you want, such as SmartThings. Next, press on this button 3 times to get this door sensor into pairing mode. 1, 2, 3, and then the blue light will start blinking. If your smart hub asks for a pin, then this is the pin that you should enter. For this unit, it is 37466, but on your unit, it might be different. Once you add it into your hub, use the magnet that's included to test whether it's working or not. Every time the magnet is close by, then the LED turns on. When magnet is far away, then it will flash blue again. On the gas sensor, you can see that I already soldered in the 2 wires that we need. For some reason, I found out that the red is actually not positive. The red is negative. On this side, the yellow wire, it is positive. Oops, that red wire fell out. I need to solder it again. Remember, on the optocoupler where there is a circle, that's the positive side, and the opposite one right here, where the red used to be, that's the negative side. Now we just need to solder these 2 connections of the optocoupler into the reed switch right here and right here. You can always do it on the other side too, because this door sensor has 2 reed switch sensors. You can solder it into this side on the top and on the bottom. The reed switch's polarity does not matter. Alright, here's the optocoupler one more time before I seal everything up. You got the yellow, which is positive, going into the positive side of the optocoupler. The negative is the red going into the negative side of the optocoupler, and then on the other side of the optocoupler, they are both black because polarity does not matter. Let's try to seal it all up, close it up. The 2 wires, the 2 blacks, will go out of the front. I already drilled a hole. The cover is plastic, so it's relatively easy to drill the hole. Feed the 2 black wires through the hole. Pull them out slowly. Now we need to solder in the door sensor that I showed you previously. Once all is said and done, this is what it looks like. Now that I think about it, maybe I should have ran the wire from the side or the back and then go up into the sensor for a cleaner look. It doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be nice and pretty, just because this will be in the basement where nobody sees it anyway. But if you need to make it nice and pretty, I think the wires on the back is the best. With the 2 wires sticking out like that, I had to cut 2 small slits on the cover using a Dremel. We can now cap it, close it all up. There we go. I'm going to hit the test button right now so you can see the blue lights. I don't know if you saw the blue light on camera, but it was there. Pretty sweet that every time this alarm goes off, I will also get an instant alert on my phone. Let's push, test one more time. There we go. Let's put the cover back on and we are done with this project. Alright, hopefully you found this video helpful. I really appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and thanks for watching.